Black.
Meet with an insurmountable problem, imminent and deadly peril. Such is the tale of the Man in Black. It was a cool, quiet night. That night it began. For some reason, Brian had insisted that we take a stroll in the park. It's late, Brian, almost 11:30.
I know, David. Beautiful night, isn't it?
Yes. A good night for sleeping.
I like to come out here about this hour. It seems to give me a sense of belonging.
That sounds strange coming from you.
Well, I'm quite serious, David. I feel no relation with the rest of the world, but out here in the park listening to the sound of the crickets, or footsteps on the walk, I feel as if I belong. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I think so.
Another thing, strange, but I have a feeling. A feeling that something is wrong. Something is going to happen. What do you know? Something inside me. I almost know that something will happen that will change the entire course of my life.
Oh, I think you're just a man.
Woman coming towards us.
Yes, I see it.
I'm wondering.
Black. Have you seen that man in black?
I'm sorry, but we haven't. Just a minute, David. Let us talk.
Have you seen it? Have you seen the man in black?
No, I'm afraid not.
Oh, I'm so glad you could help me. I must find him.
We haven't seen anyone out here tonight except you.
The man in black. I must find the man in black.
What does she mean?
I don't know. The man in black.
Maybe we ought to follow him.
Where would it go?
Strange. Well, it was so still before. Now, the wind seems to have sprung up from nowhere. Listen, she went off in that direction. Let's take a look.
Yeah, right.
Wonder why she screamed. Huh? She couldn't have got too far. Look, up ahead. It must be her. Lady, is anything... What's the matter with her?
She's dead. Dead. That's right. I don't know who he is. Who? The man in black.
We called the police and told them everything we knew. We called the police and told them everything we knew. There were no marks on the woman's body, nothing to indicate the manner in which she died. The police were inclined to believe she died from natural causes. But Brian and I felt there was something behind her death that concerned the man in black. I didn't see Brian for almost 2 weeks. At the end of that time, I received a call from Carol Dennis, Brian's bride-to-be. Hello?
David, I hope I didn't disturb you.
Oh, of course not, Carol.
David, Brian wants you to come to dinner tonight.
Any particular reason?
I think so.
What is it, do you know?
No, I'm not sure. David, I'm frightened. Brian's been so strangely mysterious lately. He seems obsessed with only one idea. Something about a man in black.
Not once during dinner.
Oh, yeah?
Not once during dinner did Brian mention the subject. It was perhaps an hour after the meal. The three of us were sitting in the library when he brought up the subject of the man in black.
Remember that woman we saw in the park, David?
Yes, of course.
She aroused your interest, didn't she?
Yes.
She did the same thing to me. Only I did something to that.
Brian, I wish you'd forget about this.
I can't, darling. I know how you feel about it. I did my best to forget it, but I couldn't.
Still, don't you think
My
that...
mind will never be quiet until I get to the bottom of this.
Maybe the woman we saw was upset.
It was quite evident, David. I made some inquiries about the supposed man in black just to see if anyone knew anything about him.
And?
And I discovered that no person alive was described in that way.
Well, then you can forget about it.
I said, anyone alive.
What do you mean by that, Brian?
The man she was talking to, dead for 30 years.
Well, then, that ends your investigation, doesn't it?
I'm afraid not.
Why not, Brian?
When I've traced down every last clue about him, only then will I be satisfied.
Who was he, this man in black?
An immigrant to this country, David. He's buried in the mausoleum in a private estate about 40 miles north of the city.
You mean he lived here?
No, he didn't. It was his dying wish that a mausoleum be built and his body placed there after his death. No one knows where he came from.
Well, why should he pick this location?
I don't know, David, but I intend to find out.
How?
I understand there's a caretaker for the estate. I intend going to him to learn the story.
When?
Tomorrow.
Do you mind if I come along?
Of course not. What about you, Carol?
No. I don't want to go with you, and I wish you wouldn't go either.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Are you sure, Brian? Are you really sure?
What's the matter, Carol?
Over there, at the window.
There's nothing there.
Oh, but there was. There was something over there. I couldn't see it clearly, Brian, but it was there. The grotesque figure of a man's face floating outside the window.
We'll return to the Hall of Fantasy and the tale of The Man in Black in just a moment.